Hey guys, Ash here coming at you today in Etheria Restart. Welcome to the video. Sending some love, some positive vibes your way, especially if you need them out there today. Today, guys, honestly, I'm traveling IRL right now in real time as you're watching this, probably. So I wanted to make like an easy video. Thank you to Etheria for sponsoring this channel, by the way. Today, I want to do some summoning, right? I want to do some summoning. I got my most wanted Animus. I don't want to ruin it for you guys if you haven't seen my last summoning video from last week, but certainly check it out. So I can't picture myself being any more satisfied, any more thrilled than I was in that video today. But you never know, do you? You never know. So it won't be the biggest summoning that we've done here on the channel, but we will have this bad boy, the enhanced prototype. So we'll walk away with hopefully someone incredibly good. But we'll do that as the dessert. First, the appetizer. We still have Batsby and Nefonial as kind of our banner animuses. How long do they typically keep the... Oh, I guess it says right in front of my face. 7 more days for that. I have both of them, these limited animuses. I'm not in love with Batsby like I thought it was going to be. He's not bad, but he's not like account changing, at least like I thought he was, but who knows? Maybe I have to invest a little bit more in him. Obviously, lattices are always an issue in this game, so I haven't like fully invested in Nefonial. Really intrigues me. Her kit looks really good. Like I said, I have her, but I do find, I don't want to say redundancy, but a lot of parallels between her and like a Lingluo, excuse me, who I'm actually in the process of like investing a lot in right now, and I'm planning on latticing up. So I'm not sure if I need to go with Nefonial right now, but you guys can let me know what you would do if you were in my shoes. Who should my main kind of support healer on my account be? Obviously, it's not going to be just one animus, but who should I focus on? Who would you if you were me? Andrew. I hate Andrew. Asu, number 41. I like the number 41. I like that they made that a name. Abaro, I have number 41, and Andrew again, and Sybil. There's not that many, we've said this before, but there's not that many rares in this game, so you just see the same name over and over and over again, right? All right, let's go ahead with another 10 here, another 10. All right, high capacity engaged, animus linked. Let's do this. All right. We got number 41. And who is it? Who is Celince? Celince. All right. I already have her. Have not invested in her at all. I'm going to pull her up the little cheat sheet here, right? Celince, Etheria, Restart, and let's see what they say on Pride Win here. There's one area of the game, I just forgot what it is, frankly, that she's insane, right? Let's see. Reviews on her. So, generic PvE tier 1, she had Doki Doki. I guess it was Doki Doki in PvP. What do they say about the review? Feel free to fast forward if you don't care about this, but I actually think that Pridewin has some insanely robust reviews. They even have pros. You know what? Let's skip the review. You guys can check it out. And let's go to the pros and cons. Has multiple strong effects that bring to Doki Doki, which we mentioned already. Offers a reoccurring protection without pressing a skill, okay? A surprising amount of animuses rely on passive effects, and more are certain to be released. Very high uptime with her low cooldowns, okay? And can one-shot a carry through Reflect. Cons. Cleanse and immunity are abundant in the game. The shield offers average protection, and dying with the shield does not activate the reflect damage. Okay, interesting. Okay, screw it. I am going to read a little bit of this, right? A unique animus combining powerful but niche and hard to land debuffs with a reoccurring shield that is refreshed every turn, but isn't as big as most other dedicated shielders in exchange. Her S2 is a passive, applying a unique aqua shield to all allies at the start of her and end of her turn, as long as she's not hard CC'd, which functions quite differently than other shields. The shields can only ever absorb half the damage inflicted on the protected animus, meaning that without other sources of protection, the animus always suffers at least 50% of the blow directly to their HP. That's interesting. This is critical as it means that a low health unit can potentially die from a hit even though they have a shield active on them. As a trade-off, 85% of the damage mitigated by the shield is directly reflected onto the attacker, and this damage is not affected by the enemy's affinity, defense, or attack on Celince. Celince's A3 is where her strong debuffs are, in the form of a 4-hit AoE that it can apply at both Tack Down and Forgetfulness. The latter
preventing any passive effect from triggering. This applies a passive skill, like Celince's own S2, for example, but also any passive component usually found on skill 1s. For example, Tiamat's, Freya's, and even Heinrich's. Her S1, although pretty good, is mostly there to fill in the gap in the rotation between her S3. When it's on cooldown, you simply don't want to waste it on immune enemies, while having it below average chance to apply 2 debuffs, along with Dot, Silence, and Forgetfulness. In PvP, Celince is very strong pick for Doki Doki, offering both much needed damage reduction, disabled due to attack down, and reoccurring shields. In the rest of the content, she's more of a support defense debuffer, and her Forgetfulness debuff doesn't work on most bosses. In PvP, however, she shines as a versatile pick. A very high HP and fast Celince can return an AoE right back to the enemy, possibly one-shotting their nuker. She can also be played slower, sturdier setups, with a goal of constantly preventing an enemy from unleashing their potential. I like that. You can see what I'm saying. Shout out to pridewin.gg, by the way, man. They're just an amazing freaking website for this game. I mean, I've learned so much off of, honestly, you don't have to watch any of my guides or any guides on YouTube, frankly, in this game. You can just find everything you need. I shouldn't be saying this, but it's true. You can just find everything you need on pridewin.gg. All right, Andrew. And, dude, I'm lucky. Beyontin! Okay. I know Beyontin. She's new to me. Let's see what they rank her here. Now we're cooking. Let's go to the review again. Now we're talking tier 1, tier 1, tier 1, tier 1, tier 2 in PvP, and then Aurora tier 0.5, like the second best category. Pros. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you guys, but actually, you know what? Screw it. I will. Who cares, right? You can fast forward if you don't want to hear it. She's one of the few revive supporters in the game. My first SSR reviver. Being able to revive units through her S3 on top of massive increasing the damage of your whole team with a single button press. Hell yeah. Sign me up already. End right there. She gets 2 stack of Underworld Flower from S3, and 1 stack can be consumed to revive an ally after she takes an action or upon using her S2. The buff also gives an extra 5% damage reduction and can stack up to 5 times, which improves her tankiness quite a bit. Her S2 is also powerful, making the selected ally immediately start their turn and decrease the cooldown of their skills by 2 turns. That's nasty. This skill can even be used on fallen allies to revive them and consume a stack of the Underworld Flower and make them start at 50% HP. Better yet, even her S1 is great, while her S2 and her S3 are on cooldown, giving her a 25% turn meter to the ally with lowest turn meter, making her support kit even more fleshed out. From a huge team-wide damage boost to revive to skill CD reduction and even accelerating allies' turns, she has a lot to work with. Hell yeah! Still, she has a few issues. She's sometimes acting weird on autoplay, targeting the wrong ally for S2 boost. Wrong is in not the DPS that you would want to have 100% turn meter pushed. Her pros provides a ton of buffs to allies, can 100% turn meter push a single ally, can reduce ally skill cooldowns, can revive fallen allies. Her cons, her cooldowns are pretty long, and her auto A1 sometimes targets not who you want. Okay, dude, sign me up to that, Ran. Beyontin, hell yeah! I think I might know who I'm gonna invest in now. I don't know. She is red. I mentioned this in another video, but I find anecdotally here as a 30-day, 35-day player now in the game, I find that I use the reds the least, personally. It might just be early game problems, and I'm sure it will even out quite a bit. But you know how, like, in Raid, for anybody coming from Raid Shadow Legends, you know how, like, blue or Magic Affinity is like the meta, and it always has been, and then red is seen as like a counter meta option. I wonder if this game is the same. Some of you more seasoned vets in the comments can let me know, but it seems that way kind of early on, to me at least. Anyway, let's see. Dorothy, Sybil. I know the actual, the colors are different than in Raid, but you guys get the point. All right, so Cachi the guard, there's a couple SRs who I know are just elite that I want to make sure that I'm not pulling and just not even mentioning. Yeah, guys, I actually was right. My intuition was right there on Cachi the guard, right? An SR Disorder, who I'm not sure if I previously had. I clicked through it so quickly. I'm not sure. Either way, I haven't invested in her. Her pros: overloaded S3 that enables cheese strategies thanks to immunity and buff extensions. S2 comes in handy against bosses if you only need him to perform one of his roles. His skill levels are fairly cheap. He's the master's neither support nor debuffing, forcing you to play multiple roles to get the most out of him. Gets very expensive in terms of skill levels if you want to use him. You know, I actually have a lot of problems in this game, but one of them is not the, at least right now, because I haven't built an SR in a while, but SR lattices, I have a few of those, and I've still been buying them in my shop, you know, with my arena and whatnot, summon materials. So I could probably invest there, but I want to wait and see and evaluate who I actually have first. I don't want to just jump the gun and pour all my resources into somebody because they have a nice rating. Hey, Chiaki, not Chiaki, not Cachi the guard, but Chiaki the Echo. All right, how good is she? Let me see. All right, again, like, some really, really boss ratings here on Chiaki the Echo here. One of the best sources of recurring turn meter increase, with even synergizes with other sources of it. Attack up with high uptime. Frequent but random cleanses are good in debuff heavy content, excuse me. S1 is a lot less impressive than S3, making for some downtime in her kit on the cons. Although she works fine without skill levels, her ability to buff increases greatly by leveling up the S2 and the S3. A lot of the content favors more versatile animuses, and Chiaki Echo tends to compete with incredible supporters in a slot of teams. That's fair enough. All right, guys. Sorry for butchering the names, by the way, and I apologize in advance for all my butchery that's going to happen in the future as well. Hey, thanks for watching till the end of the video. I felt like this has been a huge success. I actually wasn't ready for it, but I'm really thrilled with how the summoning came out today. Let me know if you have any extra insight on any of the Amunuses that I have summoned in today's video. Thanks again to Etheria for sponsoring today's video in this channel. I'll have the download link if you guys have a friend or family member. It would help me out as well. Hope I can continue this sponsorship. Either way, I'm digging the game so much that I think I'll be, well, I shouldn't say this out loud, but I think I'm going to be continuing the channel either way. Anyway, guys, we're going to end it there. Thanks for watching. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.